Alright, welcome back to our page. So I'm going to start this video with a question, and that question will be, why do we advise farmers to always buy new hybrid seeds every planting season? I know lots of farmers might have been wondering why we keep advising them, buy new hybrid seeds whenever you want to plant for each year. So first, before you watch this video, this particular video, for you to be able to understand some of the terms I'm going to use in this video, you have to watch my previous video on how hybrid seeds are produced. It will help you to know what hybrid seeds are and how they are produced. Then it will give you an insight to understand this particular video. Okay, let's start by saying that in the previous video we used two parent plants that has complementary strength or that has desired traits. We use parent A, plant A, and parent B, plant B. And we said in that video that plant A has a good trait, which is high yielding trait. It yields very well when planted. While plant B or parent B has disease resistant traits. So these are two complementary strengths. And remember, there was a lot of processes I taught. That was these processes help to produce the inbred lines, the pure inbred lines that we are used to produce the hybrid seeds. Please go watch the video so you can understand it, and then you come and watch this particular one. Okay, irrespective that these parent plants has dominant traits, good traits in them. They also have weaker traits in them that were masked or hidden. So these weaker traits are a kind of recessive traits. They were not expressed or manifested in the F1 seeds. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, irrespective that the parent lines that we are used to produce the F1 seeds, irrespective that this parent line have in them the good traits which are dominant, the breeders were able to see these traits because these traits were expressed, they were manifested, they are dominant traits. So they overshadow the weaker and mask the other bad traits in them. So for instance, parent A it has high yielding trait, but within that parent A, there is a weaker trait. Probably parent A doesn't resist diseases, parent A doesn't grow too robustly, or it is prone to drought. These are weaker traits it has, but these traits were not manifested. And then after the end of everything, the hybrid seeds are being produced, and the F1 seeds, I already explained what F1 seeds has, these traits from the parent lines. They have those dominant traits. So that is why when you go to agro shop and you buy F1 seeds and you plant them, you see how robustly these plants grow. You see, like for instance, if it's a maize, you see how greenish, how robust the maize plants are. You see the cobs, very big cobs. You see the grains, very good grain fillings. You see the seed size, the grain size, very large. You see, this is what we call hybrid vigor. These are the good qualities or the good performances or the good traits they inherited from the parent lines that were used to produce them. So what happens when you plant these F1 seeds? You harvest and you try to reserve and save the seeds from these F1 seeds and replant next year. What happens? Remember, when you plant the F1 seeds, they mature, produce cobs, and you harvest. I'm using a maize for instance here. You harvest the maize seeds. Those seeds you harvested, that you try to save, they are no longer F1. They are now F2 seeds. So they are no more the first generation. They are now the second generation, the second filler, the second progenies. So what happens when you try to plant that F2 that you saved? There will be lots of variations. When you plant it, those recessive traits, marks or hidden traits in the parent will be manifested, will be expressed in the F2 seeds. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. So those traits that we are marked in F1 that we didn't see in the parent that is hidden, they will be manifested, they will be expressed in the F2. And that is why when you replant those seeds, the germination will be very poor. Those that germinated, the yield will be very low. The uniformity will be lost. The grain fillings, when you open the cob of the maize, I'm using maize for instance, it will be scanty. The cups will not be totally filled. There will be a lot of variations. Some will do well, some will not do well. So there will be variations. Some will inherit the good trait. So a lot more percentage of them will express those hidden or marks or recessive traits. So that is why we always advise farmers, don't save and replant. Please go and buy new F1 seeds, new hybrid seeds every planting season. So that is the reason. So if you have questions, please, I'm here for you. Hit the comment section and I will attend to your question. Thank you.